and welcome back to buffie.ann Crochet. If you've never been here before, welcome. Glad to have you. This is a podcast where I talk about crochet projects that I have made and crochet projects that I'm going to make. I hope it can be a place where we can meet and talk together, and I hope you will comment about whatever you're working on or questions you may have in the comment section. Well, today is Sunday. We had a great day. It's beautiful here in Virginia. It is like 67 degrees outside. The sun is shining, so spring is in the air, and we are all excited. We're just anticipating it not to stay warm because March weather does that to us here in the mountains. We'll have warm days, and maybe in a week we'll have snow, so we'll see what happens, but we're going to enjoy these warm days while we have them. I hope that you've had a great day today. We went to church, we went to eat, a little grocery shopping, and now home. And I get to talk with you all, so I'm very excited about that. I want to start off this podcast with some finished projects that I have made. And one of them I am wearing. This is, I believe I showed you on the last podcast I was working on it. I will stand up so you can see it. I'm very excited about this. I started with a traditional granny square. And then, let me back up. Granny squares at the bottom. And the sleeves are granny squares as well. As you can see, it comes down just past my hips, kind of like a tunic. And then here's the back. I started to do a granny square on the back, but I wanted it to be a little different. So this stitch is this all the way on the back of this entire sweater. So I really like it. I wore it to church today. It's very comfortable. And it is made with all cotton yarn. And I just have a black tank top under it. Let me show you the picture where I was inspired. I never found a pattern, but I did follow this picture, which I did not have. She has more of a cream yarn in hers. And I just use yarn that I have on hand, which is a little darker, but I still really like it. I thought I did pretty good, not having a pattern. Yeah, so here's hers and here's mine. Not too bad. I'm not sure what the back of hers looks like. She may have put a granny square on it, but she may not have so. But I just wanted it to have a little bit of difference there. I think I mentioned in the last podcast and the other sweater that I made, it was all granny square in the front, and then the back was a mirror image of it. So I wanted this one to be a little different. And plus this one has sleeves. The other one I made did not have sleeves, and they're full sleeves. And I did not make them. I just made my sleeves to come here because I don't like them really long. I could have made them longer, but when I stand up, I think it's fine. It comes just to my wrist. But I will wear this in more springtime weather, so I like the length of the sleeve where it is. I found this picture on Instagram, and it's at, let me look at my notes, Lady Krista Crochet. So I will post that. If not on the screen, I will post it in the show notes. But yeah, I was really happy with it. It was pretty easy to make, especially since I didn't have a pattern. Because it's not fitted or anything. And I didn't have to decrease in the sleeves at all. It's just all one length. All one size all the way down, as you can see. So there was no decreases or increases. I just made the sleeves. And I really like how it turned out. I think it's real pretty. And I just have a pair of black leggings on with it. And I wore a pair of black ankle boots. So off I went, and I think it worked out well. The next thing that I want to show you, I believe I have mentioned before, and it is finally off the hook. This is my dish towel, my Tunisian dish towel. So it is finished, it is complete. As you may remember me telling you how this is where it started, and you can see I have many stitches that I have missed. Didn't look very nice. And then the top, I got a little better. The top, you can see, I believe that's called a honeycomb stitch. That's what she said. I did much better at the top once I got the hang of it than I did at the beginning. See the difference? I do not think any of these stitches have any rhyme or reason. When I first started, a little embarrassing. But again, I'm going to use it. It will be in the kitchen, so it'll be a kitchen towel. This is when my first few rows, 5 or 6 rows, and then the regular Tunisian stitch, which was very easy. I don't think I could have messed that up. And then now this looks like a honeycomb stitch. And I believe if I had frogged it from the beginning and started over, when I saw that I was messing up, I could have made, look, isn't that funny? It goes all the way up to the side. I could have made the beginning look like the end, but I didn't because I was impatient. But isn't that pretty when you do it correctly? When you do it correctly, it does look much nicer. So I have finished. As I said in the last podcast, I do not know if I will do any more Tunisian stitches, or Tunisian projects, but I would like to make another dish towel. So I have been looking through my crochet book that I have shown y'all, my 500 crochet stitch Bible. And I believe I'm going to do this basket weave here, this one. I think that will be nice for the body of a dish towel. I think that'll look really nice. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera. See how close the stitches are? I think that will make a nice dish towel. Now, I have not figured out what I will put or how I will do the ends. I may do a nice mesh stitch, just a mesh stitch on the ends. I don't know. But I will find out, and then I will let you know. Look, when I fold this over, look how horrible I did. Look how much is left. That should be a perfect rectangle. That is not. Again, that shows that when I saw that I wasn't doing it, I should have frogged this few stitches and started over so that it would look nice like my end stitches. So, in saying this, I started out horrible and I ended well. So, I can do it. I can do it. I just need to have more patience to let myself do it. Oh, and she also added this nice little hook on the end, which I liked. So you can hang it. I don't know that I want this one just displayed. I don't know that I want this one just displayed out because you know how beautiful it is. But if I make a crochet the other one, I will put a little hook on it too. I think that'll be good. And I do love the color. This is all cotton, and it is let's see. It is the peaches and cream cotton, and it's a rosemary color. Rosemary. Very nice. Yeah, that will make a nice dish towel for my kitchen. Okay, the next finished project I have, I made this a while ago. I don't know, maybe even a year ago. Maybe. I can't remember. But I thought I'd bring it out since it is spring's around the corner, and I would show you because I really like it. It is my spring flower bag that I made. And I have a cream liner inside and a little bag apparently that I didn't know was in there. See what's inside. Money? No. No money. Just a little card. Let's read it. It says, take a moment, pause, and listen. In the stillness, hear your Creator whisper words of life, of love over you. I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name. Thou art mine. Isaiah 43:1. Well, wasn't that a sweet little card to open up to? And that was not planned, I promise. And it says, whispers of God's love. I must have put this little pouch in here as a little change purse. And it's what it says. I have called thee by name, thou art mine. Isaiah 43:1. Wasn't that cute? I don't remember buying this, so I bet this was a gift from someone, and I have put it in here as a little bag, a little wallet to carry in my purse. But back to the purse. And the handle is crocheted. It's all cotton. I need to put a little clasp here so it will stay. I'm thinking maybe one of those magnetic clasps, but it hangs long enough. I love the flowers. Look how pretty with the puff stitches. I will show you where I got the pattern for the puff stitches in just a moment. So there's one large one on this side and one large one on this side, and then the edges, I guess, have two. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and then the bottom has 1. So it was a nice little bag. I will start carrying it again this summer, this spring. If you can see. Isn't that pretty? I really like it. Very pretty bag. I need to start using it more. I think sometimes when I make things, I'm afraid to use them because then I don't want to mess them up. But I need to enjoy them. So I need to start carrying this bag because it is really nice. I really like it. And it's not too big and it's not too small. But back to where I got the idea for making this bag was from this crochet book. This is from Lulu Loves Crochet, and this is her, I think it's her one and only crochet book, and it's called Romantic Crochet. And here's the blanket that I got this idea from. Well, I just saw another sweater that I'd really like to make. Just flipping it open. Isn't that pretty? I need to make this. Isn't that beautiful? I haven't opened this book in a while, but that is very gorgeous. Look how pretty that is. Yeah. I really think I need to make it. And what am I trying to say? Her patterns are very easy to follow. And she always has the diagrams with it too. Yeah. I really need to make that sweater. Don't you think? It's springtime. Wouldn't that be pretty for spring? That is gorgeous. Yes. I believe I'm going to have to go yarn shopping. It looks like it's, well, obviously cream. A pretty lilac color and some gold maybe is in there. Isn't that nice? That is beautiful. Well, I'm glad we talked about that bag today, so I saw that beautiful sweater that I need to make for spring. All right, so let me get back to my point. On track. Let me get back on track. to where I was. I did make this sweater. See, I've gotten off track again. Let me see if I can find it. Yes, I made this for my daughter. I'll have to get it out one day and show you. Isn't that pretty? Just a summer sweater in cotton. Yeah, I'm excited. That really made me excited to see that pretty sweater in there. I've made a few things out of this book, but I am going to have to make that beautiful sweater. It's going to be nice. Don't know if you can hear anybody banging, but that's my husband cleaning out the ashes from the stove. Here it is. It's called the Bloom Throw. That beautiful blanket. Isn't that pretty? Well, this blanket is where I got the inspiration for my bag from the Bloom Throws. Very pretty. But if you haven't ever tried any of these patterns, or if you have not bought this book, Romantic Crochet, you should give it a try. Because, like I said, her patterns are very easy to follow. And just some really pretty stuff in there. So you can tell by the front cover. A lot of pretty items to make. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to have to look at this sweater again because now I'm real excited to make it. Let me show it to you one more time. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to get on that. Yeah. Let me see what yarn she uses. Getting too excited, aren't I? Now she is from the UK, so she uses a lot of sheep cheese. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Yarn, and I will. It is 60% cotton, 40% acrylic yarn, and she uses 3 different colors. I don't know what the colors are. Let's see. She uses a 4mm hook, 4.5mm hook. I'm not seeing what the colors are, but I know that is a lilac. I mean, it looks like a lilac. And it's not a bright gold, but it's yeah. I don't know, but it's very nice. And I'm probably taking too long on this, and I'm sorry. I will put it away and I will go back to it. But yeah, I want to make that. That'll be beautiful. But I hope that you love my bag. I love my bag. And I do not sew. I don't have a sewing machine, so I hand stitched the fabric in here, which I think it turned out fine. Turned out nice. The only thing I need is to get a snap. I think a magnetic snap would work perfect right there. Hold it together, and nice. I'm going to have to get this bag out and carry it because it is starting to warm up here, especially have it ready for official springtime. It's still really winter here, but it's just abnormally warm. So I shouldn't say that because it does get warm like this in March a lot, but then it'll turn off cold. What is the saying? Tell me if you have this saying. If you're in a different country, tell me if you have this saying, or a different part of the United States. If March comes in like a lamb, which it is right now, it's coming in like a lamb, very nice warm weather, then it will go out like a lion, harsh cold winter weather. If it comes in like a lion, then it'll go out like a lamb. That's a saying that we have. So if you have that saying too, or if you've never heard it before, let me know. that is all the finished products I have, but I hope that you like them because this sweater was just exciting to make and I was glad to finish it. And again, it was another one I made with no pattern. Again, I guess I shouldn't give myself too much credit because it isn't fitted, so but I'm going to give myself credit because it made me happy that I was able to do it. Then, of course, I had my dish towel that, my hair is like, I don't know. I had my dish towel. One end turned out very well, but the beginning end, it had some flaws. And then my bag. So I was real excited about that. And I am excited about my work in progress that I have going on right now. That is in this bag. So, here's my pattern. Here it is. I have my hook. Do you do this? Tell me if you do this. If I'm working on something, then I will just stick the end of my hook down in there with it so I don't lose it and I know which hook I'm using. I don't know. Does anybody else do that or is that just me? Comment below and let me know. Do you stick your hook in your project just to save it for later? Yeah, let me know. But here it is. This is a sweater I'm working on. This is, and look at all these ends, and I have my stitch markers everywhere. This is a pattern, by the way. This is the neck. This will be the neck. And I have made it all the way down. I think that's going to be so pretty, isn't it? I love the red and the cream. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? That is going to be a beautiful sweater. I am excited. And the arms, now I'm just going to be working on the body all the way down. I got to this point last night, and at this point, it wanted me to, the pattern, is what I'm talking about. I put my stitch markers on either side as it said to, and then it said to chain 6 from one stitch marker and then to join at the other one and tie off. So that's what I did on that side and on this side. So these will be the armholes on either side, as you can see. So if I hold this back up, you can see that this will be the armhole here and this will be the armhole here. So I'm excited. Look how pretty those colors are. Hope you can see it. Look how pretty those colors are. How exciting. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Awesome. Awesome. I'm excited, yes, to get that done. And I would like maybe to have a couple more cold days so I can wear it and enjoy it. I don't think I'll be able to wear that in 70-degree weather. But this is the name of the sweater. This is a UK pattern, and I guess here in Virginia, in the USA, we call them a sweater. We call them a sweater where I live. In the UK, they call them a jumper. So this is called the Faraway Jumper, and you can tell her colors are different than mine. But I had these colors, and I followed her on Instagram, and she did have a red one with the cream. So I thought, well, I'll do that. And I just kind of didn't really know. I didn't follow her exact color changes here. I just kind of did my own color changes. But either way, I think it's nice. It's working out good. Now there will be no more color changes because it will be all red all the way down. But it is written in UK terms, so you have to be careful. And it is I did purchase this pattern. This was not a free pattern. The pattern isn't difficult to follow. However, everybody kind of writes their patterns in the same terminology, but they maybe set them up a little different on how, when you try to figure out how many times you do something, maybe just a little different. So just make sure you read through the pattern before you get started to make sure that you know what they're talking about. But she gives very good throughout. She shows some figures here to help you as you get on through. She shows some more patterns to help you. I mean, not patterns, but more pictures. And even here, this is where I am right now. You know, she showed how to do these, put the stitch markers in, and then these are the armholes I was talking about to chain them together. So she gives very good instructions on this paid for pattern. So yeah, I don't think it's difficult to read. I think just make sure you read through it and get a good understanding before you get started. But so far so good. I haven't had to unravel anything and start over again. I'm just taking my time, reading along. She has an Instagram, and I don't know if I've told you who she is yet. It's Iron Lamb. And again, I'll post that somewhere, definitely in the description. She has one in this beautiful green color. Let me see if I can find it here. I don't know if I'll be able to, and I don't want to waste your time, so let's see. Oh, it's such a gorgeous green color. I hope I can find it. Her name's Claudine. Here it is. Isn't this beautiful? I wish I had made this color, which this is a solid, but it's the same sweater. Wouldn't that be pretty for St. Patrick's Day? Such a beautiful green. Such a beautiful green color. I love that shade of green. It would be very pretty for St. Patrick's Day. Maybe I'll make another one for next year. But she has all different colors. Here's another one that she has made. I don't know. I just really like them. They're very nice, and like I said, the pattern's not difficult to follow, and I think it's a nice looking sweater. Now, the yarn I'm using is not necessarily what the pattern called for, but I had this, and this is a Premier Anti-Pilling Everyday DK Merino blend. Yes, it is a Merino blend, so this is why I say I can't wear this in 67-degree weather. This is the yarn, and the color is called Ruby. Can you see it? Ruby is the color from Premier Yarns. And I bought this yarn, this anti-peel yarn, to make something different. I was going to make another sweater, but then I saw this one. I thought, I'm going to make that because I really like that sweater and how it looks. So I'm excited to get that finished. I'm always excited to get everything finished so I can show you. Yes, this anti-peel yarn from Premier Yarns. I bought this because it's supposed to look like new wash after wash, and it's not supposed to get pilly and fray, especially if it's going to be a garment that I'm going to wear. So try that. Check out Premier Yarns. Check out the Iron Lamb. And then I just had some cream, and it's a merino yarn as well. I think it is a DK too, probably, maybe. Or if it's not a DK, it's a light, it's a 3. One or the other. Oh, something fell. I heard it. But yeah, so I'm excited about this. So stay tuned for updates on this sweater. Excitement is coming. Let me know if you stick your hook in your projects to keep up with them. If you don't, you might want to. Or you may have a better way to do it, so let me know. So I'll put all this back into my bag, my canvas bag, which has nothing to do with crochet. But this is the Zahner Blosen National Handwriting Bag. This came from, well, I work at an elementary school, so I should have to say no more. So there is my work in progress, the only work in progress, the only thing I have on the hook right now to show you, but I do have a future project. This is my future project. This is called Midnight Cardigan, and this is a waffle textured cardigan with pockets, and it's from For the Frills. So there it is. Isn't that pretty? Again, I did purchase this, and it does have, I haven't really read through this yet, I promise. I should have, but I didn't. So there are some photos to walk you through. One thing that made me want to try this sweater, this isn't for me, this is for someone else, is, if I'm not mistaken, when I read about this pattern, the entire body, the back and the front panels are made in one piece. And if I look at these pictures, it does not tell me, it does not help me figure that out. I thought it was going to, but oh, here we go. You can see, maybe it's all made in one piece, the front panels and the back. So I thought that was nice. Here it is. All of this, the back and the front panels, one piece, and the ribbing at the bottom. Can you see it? See the ribbon at the bottom? And it's all one piece. I like that because that's less sewing, less having to sew things together, and less things I have to sew together, the less ends that I have. So that makes me happy. I don't like sewing in ends. And even in my red sweater that I just showed you, I've been trying to sew those ends in as I go from the cream. There's a few there. I know you saw them. But for the most part, I had sewn most of them in. But so this is the sweater. And I'm making 2 of them for someone who has asked me to. And I let them pick out their yarn. And so the yarn came in the mail yesterday, I believe. And I have not opened it yet because I saved it to open it with you. So I have enough yarn here to make 2 sweaters. And so let's open it up and see what we have. Want to be careful because it's pretty tight, the bag is. I don't want to cut the yarn. Almost. Got it. Okay. So, my big bag of Premier yarn, and inside we have the charcoal, which is one color that she would like to have, and it is the anti-pilling Everyday Worsted. Now the red was the DK Merino. So this again is the anti-pill Everyday Worsted. It is a 4, and it is, the color is charcoal. That's pretty, isn't it? Whoops, a little close to you. It's going to be nice. Yeah. And then the next color she picked. Oh, okay. Looking in the bag, it looked like it was gray, but I was like, that's not the right color when I was looking down in there, because I guess it's dark in the bag. But this is not gray. This is the same yarn, anti-peel, everyday worsted, a 4 medium. This one is Chinchilla. Chinchilla, and it's a lighter color. But I think this is going to be nice. The sweaters has pockets, so I don't know which color I will start with. Just whatever I decide at the time. Another reason I chose this pattern is it also has a step-by-step video tutorial. So you can go, if you don't want to buy the pattern, you can go to For the Frills and you can just do the video tutorial. But I like to have a paper copy, like once I get the hang of everything. And I may not even need the video, but I like the fact that it's there if I do. But once I have the paper copy, I can just stick it in the bag that I'm working on the project with, and off we go wherever we need to go, working on our project. Down the road. If I want to take it upstairs, downstairs, and I don't want to look at a video, then I'll have the written pattern. And I'll have it too to reference later on if I want to make that project again. But that is all that I have today. Like I said, it's a beautiful day here today in Virginia. I hope it's beautiful where you are too. I hope you've had a wonderful day. Tomorrow's Monday. Here, it won't be when I post this, but I hope you have a good work week coming up. I saw on the news, I don't know if anybody else has saw this, but I did see on the news where several companies are thinking about doing a 4-day work week. I think that would be marvelous. I would love to have 3 days off every week. That would be nice. Will it happen? I don't know if it'll happen in my lifetime or my career or for my career, but it would be nice to have 3 days, a 3-day weekend and a 4-day work week. So if you haven't seen it on the news, check it out. They say other countries are doing it. Maybe it'll catch on here in the States. That would be nice. Okay. Don't forget, subscribe, like, share with your friends. Comment down below. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me if you liked any of these projects. If you didn't like any of these projects, tell me if you stick your hook in your project to save it for later. But get a conversation going. And I hope to see you next time here on Buffie.ann Crochet. See you. Bye.